Hey everyone, welcome to today's live stream. And today I will be working on my expenses app, and I will be working on adding a feature called export to CSV. So it has been a long time coming. I have been thinking about adding this export feature because I also manage a duplicate of my own transactions. So I actually use this expenses app for my own transactions, for managing my own transactions. So I have been meaning to add this export to CSV feature for a long time because I've been managing another copy of it in Google Sheets as well. So this export to CSV is a really good feature that I think would benefit me a lot. And rather than me having to convert it every time I want to export, so that's the agenda for today: adding an export to CSV feature to our expenses app. So for just a brief introduction about this application, so this is built in NextJs. It's a React framework, and I'm using Postgres as my database, and I have Hasura engine on top of it, which is providing me with a GraphQL API. So this is what I have. So I have Hasura installed on top of a database, Postgres database essentially, and this just gives me a full-blown GraphQL API to work with. Right now, so before we start working on that feature, let me add a few transactions so that we can actually export something. So I'll go over to this. Let's say I bought some groceries for 450. Let's backdate it a little bit to first category. So groceries, card, HDFC. Let's add another one. I'll say rent. Whatever. Paid on fee. Should be one called rent. HDFC, and let's add another one. Wi-Fi. 599. 16. And talk time. HDFC. Right. So now that we have our three transactions, and we can begin our work with the exporting feature. Right. So I have worked with this. I have implemented the export part in my some of the previous projects or at work, and I have been using this package called React CSV, and I'll be using the same to implement in my expenses app as well. Right. So let's see if we can. Let's go to their GitHub repo. So we should start by installing this package. So I have my server running on this. Let's close this, add the package. Let's restart the server. That is running. We have a server running. Let's see. So we need to import this. Before we head over to that, let's think about the UX part of it, like where to actually put the button to export. I mean, ideally should be somewhere here, but yeah. It should be somewhere here along with these features. So the sort part, I'll just put it on the right side of it. So let's see where that page. So it should be index, layout, not this, enter search button, combo, sort by. We can do that here, and we can do button dot. Let's do combo again. Let's do the same button. and do they allow a custom button, or just use it? We'll see later. Anything we need this. Let's use their demo data. Paste it here. Close this. Insert combo. Yeah, let's see how that looks first. Okay, what does it say? Data prop, sample applicable strings, header, label. E to data. Let's add a label. Why is it? Shouldn't it be on click instead of right away downloading it? Okay, common props, yes, filling, mounting the component, so where we actually need the link instead. So this one downloads it right away, so we need this. So there, we want CSV data. Yeah. So this is how you render the button. Now the thing is, can I make it custom enough so I can use my own button? Doesn't look like it. Restricted. System button. Set a file name. We don't need this. When I can do this, but I have to send this empty, which makes no sense. Well, let's see. Okay, good enough. I can need it on left. Let's do download our icon SVG. If I download my icons from here, let's look for download. Like this one, copy assets icon, export.js. Whatever. For this drop, I'd like them at 20, and remove this and say drop that, and I can say export like that. Then this can be export. Oh. Yeah. Now it needs to be let's see. Yeah, let's move this sort to down. Okay. What's up with that? Six. Let's do 12. Okay, so the export button is here. Now we need to customize the export data. Now this is not something that we want to export, so we need to export. Let's see if we can do custom exports in a sense that I would want it to and we want something like this, definitely, because this way I can have a proper name for header. This is fine, but problem with this is there's no, it will always be in a alphabetical sequence, but I want the custom sequence, not alphabetical. So custom header label can be used when converting data of type object to CSV by having header array itself be an okay. How do I pass the custom headers like this? So if first of all, I only the transactions Is it just aggregate? What's that? Does it export transactions too? Yeah. Transaction. So I have the transactions now. The transactions have, let's see what all data does it have. It has type, date, title, debit, credit, amount, account, raw date. We don't need raw date. We need to pass this. Account ID we don't need. We need category, payment method, account. So we don't need these two. This one would be transformed into more readable format. We don't need this. We just need this, and this. And also we need this, not this. Oh, we have date, so okay, and we don't need this, we just need date. So I need to pass this and we need some manipulation. You click handling logic, you're stopping the handling of component. On click another project to seasoning it design makes everything run at the top of the click handling logic, sync it to the concept piece for them. We have to stop the click handling then the last one. Oh, definitely not need this. Let's see common props. Enclosing character, we definitely need to common. Separator, nested JSON data, we don't have that. Custom labels, I didn't paste. Let's define custom labels. So the label would be, since I want them in, is first of all I need the title and then I need the credit or debit, whether it's credit or debit. Type is not needed. So this will be title, whether it's credit, whether it's debit amount, the debit amount. We have date, category, payment method. So date, category, payment method, and account. To payment method, and then finally account. Now one more thing, this transactions right now only has 3, so it's limited by pagination and everything. So that means if I do click on this, it's only download the first 10. That is the limit that I've set per page. So we can't exactly use transaction, yes, but let's just for the moment see what it does. When I click on this, I'll pass the headers. Let's see what it exports first of all. We'll come back to that limit thing. So let's try to export it. If we get an error, No, not here. Not here. Then what's up? Oh, so we have this. So it did title, it did credit, it did debit, date, category, payment method, and account. So I guess okay. So that means it actually followed the same thing. So it also did the sequence according to the array of headers are defined here, which is cool and also something that we need. So I'll add a let's do add a credit. Something 50,000 was the credit on code. There was an income, and we did a freelance job, came to ICICI. Right now, let's try to export. Let's see if the credit and everything is working. Yeah, so that's cool. Now, so our export is working, which is fine. But now we need functionality way to export everything and not just what was sorted, whichever what was filtered. Now, for that, we'd have to query the whole without any filters. We would have to query it whole, and that's a bit problematic because I'd be calling the whole data, even though the so the thought was what I wanted to achieve was on click of this button, I run a function that does manipulates the data according to the format I want, and then it exports. And during that function's execution, I would be able to make a call to fetch all the transactions, and won't have to like call all the transactions and then rely on the users to actually download it or not. So that way I would be able to control, and that means I would only have to query the transaction only if the user clicks on export. Now I'd have to have it all here, even if they don't want to export, even if they don't want it. Not sure that's a good idea. Oh. So what it did was initially the data was empty, created a ref, and but didn't pass an on click. How's it preventing it? How's it stopping it from not clicking? They all are doing rough. Hmm. How are they stopping it though? Um, Crossing. Let's try this. It does is the user clicks on it, and oh, the user clicks on this button. Okay, it's not, they're not clicking on actually on this one. Okay, so that means they're adding a proxy button. So if I, for example, this is what they're doing. Like this, and they're actually doing the download part on this. So they are like, so on this, for example, they're doing export like this, and yeah, not that, but and then they're adding this ref, export ref to like this. Reserve keyword, of course. Now on this call, I can do a call. So for example, I would have to have a new let's do all transactions can be converted into query. Don't need any of this. Don't need anywhere either. Not needed. We need date, title, debit, not this, not these, not this, not this. We need just these. I can say all transactions like this, and then have a use fonts, touch all transactions, and say use lazy query, and pass in, how is it, all transactions like this, and then have on completed. And in the on completed, I want first of all to all transactions like this, and then in here I can do this. I can pass this all transactions to this, and now here I can call fetch all transactions like this. This, and then in this point, I actually don't need this. I just need to call export ref current dot link dot click like this, like they did it. Now before I do this, I need, oh, I actually needed that. All transactions. What is this? Yeah, all transactions like this, and I need to set I need to call this. I'm not sure if this works now. I don't think so. Let's see, use state call back. Yeah, I don't want to do use effect. It's too much hassle. This is what I want to find out. I'm not sure if it works, but let's see. One argument got to. Let's see if this works. Run it does. Second callback argument. They don't, then what's up with this stuff? How is it? How does it work? I don't want to rely on use effect because the list of transactions could be in thousands. Okay, so this obviously doesn't work. And I should call it here. Let's I can let's see. Use state with callback. Doesn't mean if you look in out of oscillation function, you pass use effect to perform changes in the callback function, you should be reflected once the acoustic second parameter. Okay. Huh. Well, I don't want to rely on Not to mention this is very weird. Use state with callback. So this is what it is. I mean, yeah, they're essentially using them. I am going to take this, add my own. A JSX, but CSV. Source is this, and demo is this, and I want it to export. That is fine. Use state with callback, which means if I do use state with callback, then here I can do empty initially, and then this. Every time that changes, callback is not a function. Callback is not a function. Huh. Okay. My bad. We definitely didn't want that. So it got set the first time. Does it give me state? Yeah, it can make it. The state is going to be initially empty, so I can say state if state dot length is this. Okay. Porter. What happened to the call? It's not even making an HTTP call, so how? Oh, okay. Now let's see if it is consistent or not. Otherwise, we cannot do that too. That way. Let's see if it did it wait for the data. It did not. Let's see now. Did it do that? Yep. So the problem. Okay. I'm guessing this would have been empty if all transactions dot length is greater than 0. Then only I want to set it, which means come back here. I just want down. Spelling mistake. Download empty one again. That's bad. Why is it doing that? It's expecting that this doesn't get all reset. There's a difference in between let's see what we can do. So we did do it asynchronously, but should we add a set timeout? For how long? Let's try this. Maybe we need to have a delay. So what happens is I click on the button, it calls export CSV, it comes to this, it does a fetch all transactions call, that is, which is this. Then on completed, if it is greater than 0, then I set it. As soon as I set it, it's going to check if it's greater than 0 or not. If it is, then it's going to call that. Yeah, so we did need it anyway. Let's refresh and try it again. Yeah, so that seems to be working. Let's see if our data is correct. We have title, then credit, debit, date, category, payment methods, and finally account. All right, that seems to be doing wonder, and we have actually achieved what we wanted to. Let's make this too big of a gap. Yeah, that's fine. Now, I'm thinking is maybe do flex call. Let's try this. Flex call md flex row. Not flex form, flex call, which is flex direction column. I have no idea why it's downloading on each refresh. Probably because this gets set for some reason. Oh, it's because it's yeah, I got it. So this is because of the HMR that NextJs comes with. Now with NextJs own HMR, it keeps the state untouched. Even if I change some code and refreshes, it doesn't changes. It maintains the state. So which means if it does maintain the state, that means the state will be greater than, will not be empty, because before the refresh there was something in the array, and it's going to print it out. Now I need to have this full width to w full md w auto. What? Oh, so that's not going to happen in production, but will happen in the local development environment. Now let's make it 1. For example, if I refresh, it's not going to cause a download. And now if I again change something, it's not going to cause a download again because I didn't click this. That means the state is still empty. That means it's not going to print it out or export it. Okay, so that is fine. Let's see, let's sign on there. I'm liking this, but did I make the button float to the right side? Yeah, I'll keep it here. There's already 2 buttons there on the right side. Don't want to ingest it with another 2. So I think yeah, we have to fill this out. This is aligned to the window or the browser edges, not the button itself. Okay, let's see. Justify end with that work. Doesn't look like it. Self and no. Probably have to do it on this. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. It's quite close to what we wanted, so it is fine. I don't want to make them. Yeah, this fine, I guess. You could probably change the order to have the button on up top on top of search bar, but I think this is fine. I can sort things. I can download my data in sheets format. Let's go up again. There we go. Yep. So we have our data exported in a format that we wanted, which now can be. Let's see, how do I do a custom file name? File name. I want the file name to be expenses transactions.csv, and it's going to go to download. There you go. Let's click on this. Yeah, so I think this is fine. We are at what we wanted, so I think we are done with this feature. We have the functionality to export our transactions to CSV that can now be imported into a Google Sheet or a Google or a Microsoft Excel. Right. Now that we have that done, I think we are done with our feature set. So with that done, I think let's commit it and we should be done with it. Let's repeat export to CSV and push. Now with that push, commit and push, I think we're done with the today's agenda, which was to add a functionality to export our transactions to a CSV file, which can then be imported into Google Sheets or Microsoft Excel. Alright guys, I think we're done with it for the day, or for the night, 2 a.m. in the morning in India. Alright guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.